Today on episode 81, Lala has a beef with friends lists. There's lots of sci-fi TV news and a trailer for some movie about some guy named Solo. Destiny and PUBG have updates coming. We talk about what to expect. We address the question, can Rockstar have another hit as big as GTA5? All this and more on the only gaming podcast that's AARP approved, the Reapercast.
Round one, fight!
The Grim Reaper Gamers are a 25 and over gaming community with members spanning the globe, playing games across all genres, but our roots are in first-person shooters. Bring your thick skin, drink of choice, and grab your controllers. GRG members are on nightly with official community nights every Wednesday. And now, it's time for the Reapercast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grim Reaper Gamers Reapercast. We are on episode 81. I don't know why I said episode. I don't know where the accent came from. But anyway, we're just going to keep on going with it. We have a full show for you. What turned into a no news last couple weeks all of a sudden kind of blew up in the last day. So, without further ado, going down the line, second chair is my intrepid co-host. He is back. They fished him out of the water from the cruise he was on, and then he finally pissed out everything that was bugging him. So, no? You didn't?
I don't know if I have yet.
Oh, okay. Well, when they say better to be pissed off than pissed on, they're talking about this guy. Jammer, how the hell are you? What you drinking? What you playing?
Well, thanks to kidney stone and medical procedure, I'm drinking a Coke Life right now because I'm not allowed to have alcohol. So that'll make me really happy during this show.
Oh, good.
And I'm glad I was able to come back because I've been really excited about recapping WrestleMania tonight. And I thought this was I had a couple shows off, and I'm ready to talk some wrestling, John.
All right, good deal. And I know who else will be ready to talk wrestling, and that's who's in our third chair. He is the grimmest of all Reapers. He is the head grumpkin, the man behind the tomato meter. He hates everything. He is Lala Calamari. Jack, how the hell are you? What you drinking? What you playing?
Mr. Perfect is the best wrestler of all times. So
he's in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put him in there.
What I'm drinking a new beer, for me at least, New Belgium Day Blazer Easygoing Ale. I actually have to read it off because the title's so long for this thing.
My God. Have to have a 12-pack box just to put the damn title on it.
I know.
Of
Well,
course.
It's actually a 15-pack box. So.
Oh, well, yeah, they needed it because it's a long fucking name.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get it again, but it is easy drinking. What am I playing? I'm playing anything but PUBG at the moment. I've officially rage quit that game. It's for the moment, for this week. Yeah, I was playing a little bit of Destiny 2. I brought my Hunter up to current light levels. And then Elder Scrolls Online has their double XP going on. Plus, I was buying some 50% XP boost. So I got my new character, Dragon Knight, to 50. Spent all weekend doing that. So that's pretty much all I've been focusing on.
Oh, John, I didn't say what I was playing.
You didn't say what you were playing.
No,
what are you playing?
I've been playing Far Cry 5 and some Terra, and then some, of course, Out of the Park baseball.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Review incoming, probably early next week.
Oh, okay. Just like when we play Far Cry 5 together?
Yeah.
Did you at least clear the first little tiny island?
Yeah, I did that first night.
Okay, well, it takes 20 minutes, so.
I did that first night.
You would like Terra because in about 15 minutes you could be up to level 15.
I got to level 10 last night.
I do have it. I just haven't. I've been on Far Cry, so I haven't had a chance to sit down and play Terra yet. I think I'm going to do that before this weekend, before I freeze my ass off at a scout camp.
I always wonder when you make your lies, do you really truly believe them when you say them?
I believe
or do
everything.
You know you're lying when you say it?
I believe everything.
Okay.
No, I might sit down with Terra Thursday night, unless I get the Far Cry bug again.
Why? Why do you say stuff like that? Stop.
I piss you off, don't I? Which is why I do it. Anyway, let's get to while you're bitching anyway. Jack, you got a rant for us?
Of course I got a rant. So this This episode, my rant is on Xbox. We're going to continue on their user interface, and they need to come up with a better friends list for Xbox. Currently, a person like me, as popular as I am, I have well over 500 people that I follow on my follow list, and everybody follows me. And what they really need to do is come up with a way of tagging people, of classifying people, and putting people into different guilds. I mean, currently what I do, I fire up Xbox, I go through my list, and if I don't favorite somebody, they're just alphabetically listed. And there's 500 people I got to go through, and I'm trying to find someone that wants to play Elder Scrolls. I want to find someone that wants to do a shooter, Call of Duty, Destiny. Why can't I just get simple tags that can put on someone's name so I can easily reference that? I want to look for someone that's playing Fortnite. Click on the Fortnite tag, brings all my users up. Or people that I know that play. Like I know Jammer might be playing baseball, but he'll play Fortnite with me. He'll be tagged Fortnite. Well, I know he won't play Fortnite with me, and I don't want to play with him because I actually kind of want to win. But
Rocket League, though.
Rocket League. It was Rocket League. Anyway, so that's what Xbox needs to do a better job of the friends management. Simple tagging system will go a long way.
Like I could tag you like avoid.
Avoid.
Yes.
I think that would be a common tag I'd have.
You know, with so many friends you have, I mean, are you getting invited to like PAX East and like those events and you know,
well,
wearing a shirt that says GRG and stuff? Or
I kind of wanted to go on this VR nights thing, jousting thing. I was really looking forward to trying that out, but I couldn't get up there this year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
It looked really nice. I saw some videos of it.
Now, when you say you couldn't get up there, you couldn't get up on the saddle, or you couldn't get up to PAX for it?
I couldn't build up enough interest to go.
But they invited you, of course.
Of course.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I mean, you run GRG, you get invites like that all the time.
Yeah, of course.
You can't accept every single one.
Celebrity friends, invites to shows.
After parties.
I get it. It's a tough life.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. That's something I've said for a long time too. We need to have we need more than just the favorites list. We need a breakdown. I need something where I can say, okay, here's these guys that play this, or here's these guys that are GRG, here's this, here's that.
Yeah, I mean, like here's my MMO guild, or here's the guys I play Destiny with, my Destiny guild, and just instead of using third-party apps, it's right there. It's an extra tag. Put it in there.
That's a great idea. And for Johnny, it works really well because then he could group people depending on what lie he told them. So that way, it's like, okay, these are the people I lied to about playing the baseball league. And these are the people I lied to that I want to play Far Cry with. And that would really work well for him.
Well, he's got to add Grexon to the Terra lies thread. Or lies tag. No. Yeah. Since he's going to play Terra on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Grex will be sitting by his Xbox waiting.
Staring at Kahura's ass. Yeah.
Just waiting for Johnny's name to pop up.
Like he can be heard.
Well, you have a valid point there.
I wouldn't hear him if I did game with him. So, okay, let's talk about community nights, shall we? The events calendar at grimreapergamers.com/events. You'll see what's going on over there. Or if you check the forums at forums.grimreapergamers.com. Just look for the posts, look for everything else. Wednesday night's community night. We got a lot of PUBG and a lot of Call of Duty going on, along with some Fortnite as well. People are playing Far Cry co-op. People are playing Terra, Elder Scrolls, you name it. We got a lot of shit going on throughout the week. Destiny's still got a pretty solid group going on their Arc. Still people playing on the Xbox server, so... check those sites. Got a lot of people still playing, got a lot of games going on right now. The spring's actually kind of filled up the list a little bit. So, again, check those out at grimreapergamers.com/events and the forums at forums.grimreapergamers.com. Let's get through news. Okay, a little bit of TV news to start. TV and movies, Netflix, whatever. The Expanse Season 3 starts Wednesday. That is on Sci-Fi Network, right, guys?
Yes, right before Krypton. So I'll be able to watch The Expanse tomorrow night at 9 during community night because I'll shun GRG because it's The Expanse, and then turn it off right when that fucking awful Krypton show comes on.
Didn't get any better.
I don't know. I watched the first episode and I was out.
No.
That did it.
Wait a second. You're telling me something Superman related is not good?
Well, the fanboys say it's good, so Johnny would like it.
See, but it doesn't fit what I like. I don't like these shows that are all about, oh, let's check out Clark Kent in kindergarten or Bruce Wayne in diapers and shit. You know, I mean, that does nothing for me. A show about the superhero without the superhero doesn't mean a fucking thing to me.
Clark Kent's not even sperm in the show.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But I'm talking Smallville versus Gotham. I mean, none of those
Gotham's
shows.
Awesome, you're wrong in Gotham.
Well, but see, to me, I guess now they're starting to actually move Bruce towards Batman, from what I'm understanding on Gotham. But its early years, it was just like, Bruce Wayne is a kid. Let's bring in all the, the rogues gallery that actually came along after Batman, or after all this shit, but bring them in beforehand. And no. Smallville, I didn't like it either.
We've gotten away from the Expanse, which we'll get back to, but I will say that, and this is for once that I'm going to knock Batman. But if I'm Joe Schmo, why the hell I would ever live in Gotham City with all those fucking lunatics running around all the time?
With that kind of cash?
I not Bruce Wayne. I'm saying as Joe Schmo.
Yeah, talking about the guy on the street that's getting his ass kicked by the Joker before Batman gets there.
Gotham City, get the fuck out of there. Metropolis at least isn't as fucking crazy as Gotham City.
Well,
with all the lunatics.
That's because Metropolis has a guy with superpowers instead of the guy with the belt.
Wait, the dude in the Speedos?
Batman had Speedos at one time too. Even did a dance.
He had bat nipples in that one movie.
Oh God, that was the worst. That is the most god awful thing ever to happen to a superhero movie ever. Bat nipples is the worst damn thing. The worst. Zack Snyder has nothing on bat nipples.
Superman 3 or bat nipples?
Bat nipples is worse. Barely, but bat nipples is worse. Superman 3 is awful. Don't get me wrong. 4's not good either. But bat nipples.
Argue against it.
Bat nipples just god awful.
And he had like a bat credit card even. It was just...
Well, because that was, what was that, a Capital One tie-in or something?
No, it was just, it was a shitty, just stupid shit. Oh. Anyway, The Expanse, I'm not as far along in the books as others in the community, but what a fucking awesome show that Lala's going to try and troll in a minute, even though he doesn't truly believe it. But if you haven't watched The Expanse and you like good sci-fi and a beautifully shot show, it just is gorgeous, all the sets and everything. I think Amazon has the first 2 seasons, and it's really worth watching. It's a really good show about our future, and we've kind of moved on to Mars and other areas as well. But I'm really looking forward to season 3. I think they follow the book somewhat, but they kind of pull away here and there. So, John, why don't you tell me you're going to try and give it a watch too? So
this has been something I've wanted to put on my list, but I haven't. Now you said that's on Amazon, or is it on Netflix?
I think season 1 and 2 are on Amazon. I don't think they're Netflix. It's not Netflix. I can tell you that. I'm pretty sure it's Amazon.
Yeah, and that's a public service announcement for those who haven't checked it out. I've been meaning to, but I got a backlog I got to catch up on.
There it is, Lala.
No, I said I haven't had a chance to watch it. I don't have a chance to watch it right now.
Well, I'm hoping season 3 can maybe reach the up to the Firefly through. I can't even say it.
Can't even say it with a straight face right now.
No, I do like The Expanse. I think it's really, really good. It's along the lines of Battlestar Galactica, the reboot, where it's an adult sci-fi show. It's more serious in nature. It's more realistic too. So it's something that's not super far off in the future. And yeah, so far it's been really great. I can't wait for this season.
We could just stop the show.
I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know how we can go on with the show right now.
He liked it. We really should just stop right here, the recording.
Yeah, I was going to try to bring up the Firefly thing, but that just wasn't.
This is the most shocking thing since Mikey liked Life cereal.
No, I do like things that are done well, and this is done well.
It's so funny with the Firefly thing because we're in geek world here with video games and movies and shit, and we're even on a video game site. Yet 2 of the 3 of us, I don't know about you, John, but people love fucking Firefly.
Mhm.
Like it's the best thing in the world. And
To an irrational extent.
it was like, it's okay.
See, that's what I thought too. I thought it was okay. I mean, Nathan Fillion was great, but the rest of it, everything else was just kind of okay. I mean, I wasn't.
Like, it's fine. It's not like
No,
the best fucking thing ever, though.
It was good for the final 2 episodes. It got good. All of a sudden, like, hey, this could be a decent show. Like, other than that, it was watchable. I just couldn't see it being like when you watch a show like Battlestar Galactica and you compare it to Firefly, it doesn't even make sense. Or The Expanse, like it just wouldn't make sense. Also, The Expanse season 1 and 2 are on Prime Video.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Public service announcement from your friends at GRG. By the way,
John will get on that. He'll watch those.
Yeah, I haven't read the books. I think I forget which book. I think I'm still in the first book. I haven't, followed up on that. I should finish them, but whatever. I'm not.
It's. I mean, even it's just so beautifully shot too. It's just everything. The sets and everything is just gorgeous.
Now, I have seen like a little bit of. I've seen like about 5 or 10 minutes of it. Just kind of flipping by, changing channels. I happen to notice it, and it is a good looking show. Oh, by the way, hate mail for our opinions on Firefly goes to Reapercast at grimreapergamers.com. I thought I'd throw that in there, but
yeah, and we should say the Expanse starts on Wednesday, April 11th, because people obviously are millions and millions of listeners. Sometimes wait a little before they listen to the show.
Yes, so if you're listening to this on Thursday the 12th, you missed it.
Yeah, go to sci-fi.com then.
All right, let's see. Oh, speaking of more sci-fi, Netflix, their reboot of Lost in Space comes out April 13th. So, hey, shit, all kinds of sci-fi this week.
I'm sorry, John. I'm interested in this because I mean, when they did that movie, I don't know what happened with that. That was, and it wasn't that bad of a movie. Actually, it was the movie that knocked Titanic out of first place. That year, that Titanic was like number 1 for 15 weeks or whatever. And they had planned a franchise off of that, and then it just disappeared. Even though Lala's going to hate that movie.
No, I don't. It's a sci-fi forgettable movie. It was all right. I don't know,
but it wasn't bad.
It wasn't terrible. No, it's no Guardians of the Galaxy, that's for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh God, here we go.
This is interesting. I mean, I watched in syndication. Obviously, I'm old, but not that old. The Lost in Space from the '60s with the carrot man and all that shit. And what's always funny about that is that I think they were supposed to launch. Was that '97? I think is when in the show in the '60s. It was 1997. I think.
I think you're right.
It was either that or Buck Rogers. One of them is 1997, but I think it was Lost in Space.
What cracks me up about this is my kid was looking for a new show. He's watching Westworld right now, my oldest, and he was looking for the next show to binge watch. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I want to check out this new sci-fi show on Netflix coming out. These people, they're in a spapeship, and they're, it's supposed to be a remake of something." I just laughed because
a remake of Lost in Space
with the goofy ass robot. I used to watch it all the time as a kid. It was black and white, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah, it was black and white. Then there was.
It might have been color at the end, like
it started black and white and it transitioned to color.
Yeah, I think towards the end it might have.
The carrot man was in color.
Yeah. Otherwise, it looked like a big old penis.
I can't figure out. Like, I've only watched 2 quick trailers, and I can't figure out what this is going to be like. If it's going to be, are they going to jump on board with the latest trend of actually creating adult sci-fi or adult fantasy? So is it going to follow that tradition, like what's going on now, or is it going to just be kind of campy and goofy? I don't
see. To me, it looks like everything I've seen looks more like it's going to be a more serious take on the show. But who knows once it hits.
And Parker Posey is Dr. Smith, so it's a female Dr. Smith.
And the robot's completely different too, so it's not that goofy ass robot, whatever that thing was called.
Yeah,
no,
I know. I kind of, the nostalgia on me likes that goofy ass glass jar robot.
Yeah,
from before though. So I kind of am bummed about that one with it. But I'm gonna end up. I got distracted there. Did you see a bathrobe?
Yeah, I thought maybe he was. I thought maybe Jack was going all half here for a second.
I'm sorry to stop the show like this, but I thought he was about to grab a bathrobe.
Jesus.
You're muted, so we can't hear you. I got a vacuum behind for Johnny to start vacuuming, and in his background, and Jack was ready to put on a bathrobe with his little fuzzy slippers.
It's just towels, but I wouldn't mind. Like if I had an UGG bathrobe, that'd be pretty comfortable.
He's gonna put on his bathrobe and head to the grotto.
Yeah, like what the fuck are we about to see? Anyway,
a little worried.
You know what?
The little grumpkin.
The big grumpkin and the little grumpkin all in one. He was going to do his Buffalo Bill impression.
Oh God!
Oh God! I'd do me.
I have faith in Lost in Space because Netflix has been doing shows right.
Well, I don't know. I just got done Jessica Jones season 2.
I don't watch those.
Yeah.
Altered Carbon was sci-fi. That was really well done.
Yes.
We'll
see. Hopefully,
there's more hits than misses. There's a lot more hits than misses on Netflix.
They're getting away though. They're just keep pumping their own content. They're basically becoming their broadcaster. They're carrying less
HBO.
And less.
They're becoming a new HBO.
Yeah, but they're not even doing the HBO. They're carrying less and less of theatrical movies and just putting out their own shit.
Yeah,
there's a reason for that though.
There's less and less of that other
they
stuff.
They don't have to renew rights every damn 5 years.
Well,
That's
the other
why.
problem is, I mean, look what everybody's doing. Look what Disney's doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to pull all their stuff and
he's watching SmackDown.
So you're going to see all the Star Wars, all the Marvel, all that stuff's going to be pulled out of Netflix and be on Disney streaming service. And everybody else is going to want to do a streaming service because it's like the hottest thing. It's like
CBS already does
games for gaming. So they're going to be forced to either deal with small studios, buy movies that don't sell to movie theaters, or create their own content.
And Amazon's doing the same thing, although they got a little better. They got a little better selection of movies from the theater, in my opinion.
They need a better user interface for browsing, at least on the web.
Yeah, but see, Amazon's pulling because they carry digital content for sale and rental already.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different of an avenue than Netflix, which is just a sub basis.
Right. So
I will watch Lost in Space is April 13th.
Yeah, I'm
going to
watch that one out.
I want to watch
You're going to watch, John?
Yep.
Well, I'm wrapping up, and I got the last episode to watch is The Terror. Speaking of TV shows, I want to just throw this out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend it. It's really, really good. It's back in the 1800s, whatever. These two boats are trying to, find a new trading route across the Arctic, and they actually get snowed in. They get stuck.
Now, what is that on?
They spend years. It's on.
It's AMC.
AMC.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, I know they leaked out some of the episodes. So, wrapping that up. That's pretty solid. It's worth a watch.
It's just so hard. There's so much content.
That's
now.
good.
And it makes it hard to stay on top of everything.
Yeah, hard to keep up. Hard to. You got to start making choices.
What's nice to see this type of content come out, because before Game of Thrones, like adult fantasy, adult sci-fi was hard to come by, and now Game of Thrones and Walking Dead really kind of busted that door open, and they realized, hey, we can sell this stuff to adults. They actually want to see quality TV shows based on fantasy, based on sci-fi, based on horror. So it's exciting to see that they're continuing. People are doing that, and I think it's great. Keep on.
And there's so many outlets now. You got Netflix, you got Amazon, you got Hulu. I mean, beyond all the cable channels, you got all these. You got all these other outlets to that take a chance on. They take better chances than cable and network, especially network. Network is too safe. So it's nice to have that. I mean, it's nice to have the variety, and other than it's a bitch to keep up.
Things have come a long way since our youth, when you had like 6 channels, and that was
6 channels if the foil stayed on the damn antenna.
John just got the 12 channels the other day in Nebraska. So.
All right, going forward, we have more movie news. This is the last major trailer for this movie, isn't it? For Solo, the Star Wars movie, the Han Solo.
It's the only really official long trailer. I think they've all had teasers.
Yeah.
Just teasing. This is the first big one.
Yeah, so this is the first one, big one, and probably our last, well, except for the TV spots. I'm sure we're going to have a couple of long TV spots as well coming up here. May 25th will be the debut of Solo, A Star Wars Story, the prequel of Han Solo's adventures without Harrison Ford, with Aiden, what is it, Erlenreich?
Fuck if I know.
Who cares? Who cares?
Here
Okay,
he goes.
It's not Harrison Ford. Well, here's the thing.
Here we go.
Get this out of the way before I start hating on the movie.
You already had your rant.
Why do we need a Han Solo movie?
Money printing machine. That's why.
Disney's going to make up for the billions of dollars they spent.
The character
but there's so many other ways they could go. Why do they have to replace Harrison Ford with a guy who I personally think, looking at the trailers right now, does not fucking cut it?
No. You guys forget the part of going to the movies is to remove yourself and just enjoy the entertainment.
But the thing is, Han Solo is supposed to be suave and cocky and all this, and this guy isn't. This guy is bland.
You can tell that from the minute and 30 seconds they show of a trailer.
Well, it's a minute and 30 seconds of bland, a minute and 30 seconds more bland than Harrison Ford ever was at the role.
The problem is the movie's going to be Disney-fied, and look at the last few movies they've created. They're just a complete train wreck. Well, no, it's garbage. And I think what Star Wars needs to do is abandon the past, stop relying on the old characters.
Or go way back. Go way the fuck back. Old Republic shit.
Or go way forward.
Well, that too, but I'm just saying, you know, if they're going in a past direction, go way back. Go to Old Republic, go to that stuff, go well before the prequels, everything. Here's the thing. I liked everything about the trailer except the guy playing Solo. I just don't think he has it down. I think, there's been the rumors of bringing an acting coach in for this guy to handle it and all that stuff. I just don't think this guy is capable of playing the type of part, at least from what the trailers look like, that Han Solo is. Everything else looked good. Everything else I enjoyed about the trailer, but it threw me off.
I'll give credit. And the one time there was a great imitation of a different actor, and it was it the fucking third Austin Powers movie?
Oh, Austin Powers.
When Rob Lowe did his impression of like Robert Wagner because he was number 2 younger.
Yes, that was great.
And the other good one is James Brolin in that Men in Black movie where he's the younger Tommy Lee Jones.
There's another one where a kid played younger Indiana Jones, and he had Ford's mannerisms down.
I'm watching your beard just grow longer and longer though during this whole,
on his neck or
no, both of yours.
I just don't. Everything I've seen of him playing Han Solo doesn't strike the character right.
Well, I mean, besides the character, I mean, there's no way you replace Harrison. So we all know that wasn't going to happen. I mean, and the sin is that he was, I think, the major thing that sold Star Wars. Harrison Ford was fantastic. He even fixed The Force Awakens because that movie was a dud until he came on. He was the only person, him and Chewbacca were the only 2 people that actually had chemistry, that were actually entertaining, that were actually funny. The rest of it's just like, who the hell cares? So I don't know why they're going to go back to this with this character. Why not take a chance and maybe do like a Lando movie, But
now I will say Donald Glover in the little bits of showing him as Lando seems to be hitting the mark, but I also think Donald Glover's a good actor.
Yeah, I thought he was quitting acting when he left Community.
No, he's been in that series on FX called Atlanta.
I know he's in another show, but I thought he quit.
Until he saw the paycheck Disney was going to throw at him to be Lando. I quit. Oh, yeah, I'm back. Don't call it a comeback. So here's the thing. You got Han Solo, you got Chewbacca, you got Lando. We all know where they end up because we all seen the trilogy. So, they show the trailer. Chewbacca's hanging off the train. He's going to whack his head on the rock. No, he's not. He's not.
And that's also, you know what? There's the problem the prequels had as well.
Yeah.
You knew where it was going. You knew absolutely where everything was going. There was no way to pull some kind of shocking deal out of, unless you found out maybe Obi-Wan was the one that humped Padme, but I think that wasn't likely.
They need to go back to the drawing board, rewrite, the movies they're coming up with, and abandon the abandon the old characters. We need to move on. We can't be that anymore. I don't know. It's just Star Wars has got to progress.
I think you're right. Okay, I don't know where the hell you guys are going with this next bit.
No, it's one of those where we fuck with you where you don't talk about it.
Okay, I can do that. Why don't you tell us what we're doing here with Guild Wars 1?
That's just for Ghost.
So,
all right,
so that's what it is. Okay.
Guild Wars 1. Yes. I told you we were fucking around with that.
All right. So, God. You put shit. You know what? You tell me to follow the itinerary, and then you put shit on the itinerary you don't want to talk about.
How come all the other times that we've put shit in here before, and like what's in your ass and stuff like that, and he doesn't react to it, and finally,
well, yeah, but that's obvious. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck this whole thing is. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell you're doing here. I must have missed something this afternoon.
Because we had a member, of course, because you're not an admin, so you shouldn't be paying attention to what's going on our website or anything.
But yeah, I've had a few things I've been dealing with today.
No, this was not today.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
So, we had one of our members that was playing some Guild Wars 1. So.
Well, that was probably while I was watching the 422 hours of WrestleMania this weekend.
Yeah, that was a long time. John and I had fun chatting during it, though. Lala wouldn't join us.
All right, Destiny 2 news. We've got Bungie teasing Destiny 2's next expansion. They also released that Go Fast mode here last week, didn't they?
That's why I've played Destiny over the last week or so. Once they released that, to check it out. I guess there's some changes. I didn't really notice anything. I've been trying some different weapons, but I don't know. To me, it all feels the same. No, Valiant will yell at me, but I didn't really notice any major differences. Interesting thing for the teaser. Well, the new expansion is supposed to come out May 8th, and so they had a tweet from the Big Show. Speaking of wrestling,
oh, I saw that.
Yeah, so he had a tweet that said soon, and he was wearing a Destiny 2 shirt. So people are thinking that he may be a voice actor for one of the bosses in the upcoming DLC. So I don't know how
anything for wrestling. So
yeah, I don't know how accurate that is. I know he's a huge Destiny fan. So we'll see. We'll see. That'd be pretty cool to see Big Show in there.
I also noticed in that picture he showed, he has slimmed down considerably. He had gained a lot of weight. He has really dropped some weight. I think he's actually in better shape now than he was when he first started in WCW. God, many knows how many years ago.
Maybe he watched the Andre thing on HBO, and
well, could be. I mean, well, I know they've been talking about him getting in shape, but good God, he has slimmed down. But yeah, he did cause quite the stir with.
So he's got that. There was another tweet by Christopher Barrett and said something Aurora Retroflex initiated. I'm sure neckbeard people will know what that means. I don't know nor care, but May 8th they'll come out. I'll check it out. I'll complete the expansion. I know a lot of people kind of moved on from Destiny, but I paid for it, so I might as well play it.
That player base did take a hit. I know we got some diehards in GRG, but overall that player base took a hit. Yeah,
we have a decent sized group that are still diehard that are playing. They're raiding weekly still. They do all the challenges, the nightfalls. But the majority of it, we had initially 2 full clans for GRG, and I think maybe we got about 10, 15 people that play it on a normal basis now on the Xbox side. I'm not sure how many are left in the PS4, but I don't think many.
No, I don't think.
Game's a turd. We should have a tournament.
Speaking of the turd, the Iron Banner, the 6v6 is pushed.
Just about to bring that up.
And so that's apparently there was some bug with it. Believe it or not, Bungie wrote shitty code, and whenever players would return to orbit, they would get hit with this anteater error. Whatever. That's one of Bungie's famous errors.
I never saw the error specifically. I mean, I didn't see like a screenshot of the error or anything, but they were talking about the anteater error.
Yeah. I was actually kind of looking forward to this. This is one of the reasons I was playing again to get geared up for the Iron Banner, because I liked Iron Banner, and they're going to go 6v6. So I was like, all right, let me go do that. I can play with 5 other GRG guys. It'd be a good time. That was supposed to come out the 10th, so it's at today. So that's pushed back, and they don't have an ETA when it'll come. So I guess it'll be the next. I don't know when they're doing Iron Banner again. But that's
I say it all the time. At what point will the Bungie slurpers finally wake up and call the company on its lack of production in quality games?
Well,
yeah,
I think
it's not going to happen.
I think some of it's happening. I mean, to an extent, it's happening now. I mean, the base has dropped. I mean, there's people that are getting excited seeing the Big Show wearing a Destiny 2 shirt, but there's a lot of people that are just kind of like, and they haven't gone back to the game. I mean, it doesn't have near the traction that Destiny 1 did.
I don't think that
people don't shit on Bungie, though. They don't shit on Bungie.
Yeah. I don't think this is a game that's meant to be played like a full MMO, or it's all the time, every week, year after year. This is, to me, it's the game when they have new content, you play it, complete it, gear up, and then move on.
Yep.
So to me, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
In further release and update news, PUBG has unveiled a new war mode, which is more like the traditional style of multiplayer, getting away from Battle Royale. And so that's coming out in the near future for obviously probably PC first and then out for Xbox.
Yeah, the Savage map, that's the 4K by 4K map for kilometers.
Right, that's in testing now for PC.
Yeah, I was watching a few streamers play it, and it's initially it's a big shit show when you land because it's very tight. So you get the initial, it's kind of like a Fortnite feeling where you land, you have people all around you, you get some initial combat, and then once the first few minutes pass, things die down, and you have some space to play normally. That's what I saw while watching it. I don't have it on PC, so I couldn't test it.
They blew it. They let Fortnite pass them by.
Well,
it's hard to get that base back.
Well, they got plenty, but yeah, Fortnite's gained a lot of traction.
Fortnite doubles it in Twitch.
No, yeah, Fortnite. That's all the kids play, man. Fortnite.
Well, I think there's a bunch of issues for that. Fortnite just runs a lot smoother. It's free, and action's fast and furious. So you get into it, you play. The rounds are very, very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Where PUBG rounds last for a long time, and you can play the majority of the match without ever seeing anybody.
Yeah, which will probably change on that Savage map.
Sure, and then you have the bugs that PUBG has, and I don't believe the developer could ever fix the issue. So they're not capable of fixing it.
Well, and I'm gonna be interested to see how different war mode is than the battle royale style. I mean, it's a more traditional deathmatch than instead of the battle royale. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they do that. And I noticed they're also gonna be starting to add events to it, like Fortnite does right now. They do those limited time events. So
Fortnite they're quick and with those, and some of them are pretty inventive. I don't know if they'll ever be able to match that, but I do know that there's also a patch that come out today for the Xbox, so fix some issues, like the dust from vehicles and grass textures. This is what they're working on.
Yeah.
But they finally did fix the bug that causes vehicles to just flip for no reason at all. So that was something that's like, it's crazy. Like you'd be going down the map and you see vehicles just spinning on the map. It's like, what the hell?
The one thing they got to fix on the PC side is apparently Johnny's copy because he's still on 2.2 hours.
He's got more hours on the Xbox side.
I looked it up while you guys were talking.
I actually do have more hours on the Xbox side. I've played it a lot more. I mean, I think we just had more people playing, so I've played it more there. By the way, on the Xbox side, also the Miramar map will hit Xbox in May. I don't think they have a date yet. Just May is the current. I think it's late May is they're talking, but I don't know if they've specified a date yet. So yeah, Miramar will come out as well. So there'll be 2 maps, and that's probably about the same time. PC will get Savage, so they'll have 3 versus the 2 for Xbox. So they're expanding out a little bit, But like you said, Fortnite's actually moving at a quicker pace. Which I mean, they got a bigger development group, so I know that's part of it.
Hey, John.
Yes.
What what's the exchange rate in Nebraska on the American dollar? Because I'm looking at all these games, especially all the ones you haven't played in your Steam list right now. And good, I mean, there must be a great conversion rate or something going on in Nebraska.
You know what? There's actually a link that you can go to that'll show how much somebody spent on their deal. And I've noticed, and if you look at that, you will see that how much I've spent versus how much the games are actually worth is much lower because I've done a lot of Steam sales shit.
Yeah, I'm just,
He sold his spare John Deere tractor he had to compensate for gaming.
Oh,
all right.
I don't farm anyway, so why'd I need it? All right, PS4 news. Spider-Man, the well-anticipated game from Insomniac for PS4, is coming out September 7th. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this one. I'm one of them. It is smooth. It looks great from what I've seen. I mean, it just looks outstanding. And I love the fact that you will be an older, more experienced Spider-Man instead of having to go through without shit to start and having to gain all the powers and all that shit. You know, just, I hate that. I want to play with the superhero, not with the kid that just got bit.
Yeah, and at the rate you play the game, you never get to the superhero part. So that's pretty good.
Well, in my defense, that Superman Returns game, you couldn't ever get to the superhero part. It was broken.
Johnny would still be talking to Uncle Ben.
Yeah, he never gets out of the Uncle Ben scene in Spider-Man.
With great power comes great click.
He's painting the living room with Uncle Ben still. I will say, John, and I'm not getting one because they're too fucking expensive. So, pulling this one off in the wife meter is not an easy one. But I actually have from today on my other computer behind me a tab open where I was looking at PlayStation 4.
Pro or regular?
Well, it's only $100 more for the Pro, right? I mean, it's like,
I think so, yeah.
So, because of Spider-Man, because of Detroit, MLB The Show, obviously I miss, God of War, there's some good titles out there for
There's some great first-party stuff coming out for Sony.
Now, the one thing I make sure I wouldn't do is if I do ever get one, I'm not going to befriend unobtainables because he is still yet to friend me on Xbox. So fuck him on the PlayStation side.
I've gamed with him on a regular basis.
Yeah, see?
I've gamed with him on PlayStation.
Now, did you put the PS4 into your shopping cart?
It did not go on my cart, which means I'm not getting it yet. I didn't put it in there to see if it would fit.
They might not have it, so you may want to check it. Put it in there, see if you can get that far.
Yeah, let me see right now if I can hit a buy new.
I really hope you accidentally buy it right now.
Oh, I guarantee you my phone will be going off because of notifications.
Oh, shit.
Now, the Spider-Man for the PS4, are you the standard Spider-Man that I know, or are you the one in that crappy movie that Tony Stark gave the suit of spider suit?
No, you are a regular Spider-Man. You are Peter Parker as an older Peter Parker. You are the
have to deal with Tony Stark's suit.
It's not the Iron Spider. It is the standard Spider-Man. It's the web slinging Spider-Man, not Marvel's Iron Spider that Homecoming approached.
It looks like he has that Iron Spider suit on in that Infinity War commercial, by the way.
I think you're right. I think he does.
It looked like he had the Iron.
For the movie? Well, yeah, he got that suit back at the end of the movie.
Did he? I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, he got the movie back. Yeah, I mean they gave him the suit back.
No, you're gonna hate it anyway.
That's what.
Yeah,
that's
I don't like that movie. No,
what is that? That's the 27th. They backed that up to April 27th.
April 27th. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of good movies coming out that Lala's gonna hate.
Yes.
Over the course of the next couple of months.
He shall hate it all. Hate everything.
I won't go see that. Wait till it comes. Oh, I skipped that. My kid watched it. I have no interest in that.
Infinity War.
No.
Solo.
I'm tentative on that one too. I can't blame Lala on that one.
Well, it won't come to Nebraska until December anyway. So.
All right. Further gaming news. A new Battle Royale game in early access just hit Steam today. Radical Heights, 80s themed. I've noticed a BMX bike as transportation. I have noticed watching Twitch streams that BMX bike will launch itself off of a ramp. I don't know if they've messed up the physics or what in the early access, but those suckers fly far. It's got an interesting money mechanic where you have to you loot for cash, and then you can buy these weapons and buy this gear from vending machines. Very stylized, very colorful. Almost like Saints Row meets Battle Royale. Only maybe not insane weaponry. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's from the makers of LawBreakers. They basically announced last week they abandoned the game LawBreakers, and Boss Key then announced this week that Radical Heights is going, it's a free-to-play early access. I think it was, a Founders Pack for $15, if I remember right, on Steam.
Yes, the Founder Pack is $15, and so far they actually had to tweak it twice because they were having issues with pay to win.
Oh, they have. Okay, I haven't seen anybody that's actually paid for anything yet on that, but I was watching a couple streamers this evening just to get an idea what it looked like and how it seemed to how it seemed to go, the flow and everything. It is very early. I will tell you that right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I looked at the videos and I was watching some Dr. Disrespect today, and I know
what?
yeah, and Digital linked it, and so I was like, what the hell is this? And the walls don't render in. There's it looks like it's mega alpha. The graphics, it's got the cartoony graphics, but it's nowhere near as good as Fortnite. Fortnite at least has a style to it. It looks good, where this kind of just looks like crappy cartoony graphics. I don't know. I'm looking at the game and I don't know. I guess, Battle Royale games are going to be the whole hotness now. Everybody's going to make one.
Everybody and their dog, man. I mean, Rockstar's working on something. There's a rumor of a Call of Duty one we covered a couple weeks ago.
But speaking of Rockstar, man, I think Grand Theft Auto, if they ever come out with Grand Theft Auto 6, that'd be the best game for a Battle Royale game mode.
I still wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it for GTA Online before the end of the year still.
You just have the planes and the helicopters, the motorcycles, the cars. You throw it all in, and the weapons. You have a good time there. But I did see a guy win for Radical Heights. And did you see the winner screen? You have the PUBG, you got the chicken dinner and all that nonsense. This one, it shows up the sign, says "You're the best," and does that Karate Kid theme song.
Oh, does it really? Because I know I know they've got one of the vending machines is called Top Guns, and it does a riff that sounds very similar to Danger Zone.
Wait, can you see the guys playing volleyball on the screen?
No. There is no.
I'm not getting it then.
There's no men's playing volleyball.
I am already burnt out on Battle Royale modes. So I don't even know, because I do know work for the podcast, so I know nothing about this game. But I'm already worn out of them. And it's just beginning. It's only the beginning and I'm already tired of them.
Yeah, they're going to keep coming. I like the idea of PUBG with the realistic, but I obviously don't like how that game is handled. This does even less for me than Fortnite. I'd rather play Fortnite. I'm looking at the two games. I'm like, well, what's the difference? Fortnite runs so smooth and is so much better. Why would I go to switch to this?
Go back to your Paladins. You like that one. And that's not
Battle Royale. Speaking of another game coming out with a Battle Royale mode,
mm-hmm.
that will come. What's that? That's coming out this summer, isn't it? Paladins Battle Royale.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll probably play it at some point just to check it out. I don't know that it's anything that'll stick. I'm thinking if they're going to go with the 80s theme, just go full on. Have a little freaking alien in a basket and those damned BMX bikes that'll take you, just launch you up in the air for a while and cross the map and shit. Just go all out.
Like a Vice City did when it was 80s.
Yeah, Ready Player One on steroids type of shit. Just by the way, a DeLorean would be great in that game if they're going to go that route. Get something that looks like the DeLorean. Go full on with that. Yeah. The big thing about this is the way that the Boss Key handled LawBreakers. Are people going to trust this game?
Yeah.
Are people going to trust that it ain't going to get dropped in a week and then the next,
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be
an
hard to bitch
RPG.
about a game. They're not charging anything for it.
If it's free to play, then what do you have to bitch
Well,
about?
but if you buy founders packs and shit, I can see where those people would be pissed off,
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know.
I guess I just wouldn't be. I'd wonder how dedicated they are to making it. I mean, obviously they were working on this in the background while they were neglecting LawBreakers for a while. So,
well, nobody was playing LawBreakers,
Well,
so
that's
there's no
true.
reason to really spend time on it.
but which is the reason for that? Is it because people weren't playing, or is it because they weren't supporting it well? Lose the base because you don't have any support, or what?
I don't think they had a base to lose.
Maybe
That's
not.
the problem.
But so I guess we'll see how that goes, and like you said, everybody and their damn dog. Ubisoft, they're going to have a division one. We're going to be talking about Ubisoft here in a moment. They're going to have a division, or their massive entertainment is creating, the makers of the division is creating a battle royale game, and I figure that's going to be similar to the division. So probably the same engine. Speaking of Ubisoft, they are extending their free DLC plan beyond Rainbow Six. They are going to be using that free DLC plan with Ghost Recon now, and I've even heard Assassin's Creed will get that treatment as well. Is this kind of where everybody's going now with the more cosmetic, selling more cosmetic stuff and using that to fund free DLC, free missions, free story stuff that comes out and more of a staggered basis? You think that's where we're starting to go now? Are we seeing the end of loot boxes and pay to win?
As far as free DLC, I was going to say you're not going to see Call of Duty, Battlefield, or Destiny change that, but everybody else is going to because they just can't charge for it. No one's buying it.
Well, and even the big three, they're still selling DLC. They're not. I don't think they're getting as much going for that as well. I mean, that's not selling like it used to either.
No.
Well, Assassin's Creed has. The current one has you pay for DLC.
Right, but I'm talking
and
forward.
They have tons of cosmetics. Yeah, going forward, and they have tons of cosmetics. So they've kind of tested it, where I would imagine people are paying for those cosmetics, so they see that they can make money in that avenue.
Well, like we said before on this show, we don't mind the cosmetic stuff as long as it's not avoiding the pay to win. The cosmetics. Sometimes you're even compelled to throw a little more at something because of the to get the cosmetic, because they're not they're providing stuff without making you pay to keep up or pay to win.
Yeah, and if they're not hidden behind loot boxes.
Right.
Well, yeah. Why would you buy cosmetics for a single player game like Assassin's Creed? I don't understand.
Why do you buy them for your fucking Guild Wars?
Because I show off my pretty pony. I look pretty. Leave me alone. Don't
so
judge me.
Why would
other people could see me though?
I'll tell you who I bet they are targeting with single player games and cosmetic DLC that you pay for, and that's streamers.
Yeah.
Add something more for their stream, something more to show off when they're playing.
I see no difference between a multiplayer and a single player game. If you want something to make you look prettier, it doesn't matter what game you're playing. You want to look prettier.
I wouldn't do it. I would not.
I don't look at other people's in multiplayer games. I'm not looking, unless it's Johnny who's jumping up and down in front of me and Conan and with his wang. I'm not, I'm not really looking at other people's
That's
shit.
That's the next paid DLC for Conan, by the way, the Super Wang slider.
Super wang.
Rib for her pleasure.
The one where you can just go like this, spinning around like a lasso and knock people off of buildings and
cracks me up with the speaking of the free DLC stuff. I was watching my kid. He was playing Fortnite, my oldest, and him and his buddies won another round. And he hasn't bought anything. He just doesn't give a shit. He plays the game for free. He doesn't care what his guy wears.
There's a lot of people that don't.
Yeah, he's like, whatever.
There's a lot of people that do. I mean, what they make,
my youngest is the opposite. They just released some new skin that looks like Xur from Destiny, and he bought that. It was $20 for the skin.
Jesus,
he had some money. Yeah, he had money from Easter, so he bought it. I'm like,
yeah, what they say, the Fortnite mobile racked up like $5 million in a week or something like that.
Oh, sure.
Some
I've never really cared about the cosmetic stuff. I mean, I like that it's available, and if you want to buy it, but I don't pay for it because I'm too fucking cheap.
Well, it depends. I mean, some things that are inexpensive, I might get here and there. I mean,
We
Really
don't want to
depends on
discuss
it.
how much Lala's probably spent in cosmetics.
Yeah, in horse wine alone.
In Guild Wars, yeah, quite a few bucks. Not Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2.
No.
I can just see, just knowing you keep previewing these different things and make sure to see how pretty the thing looks on your, if it's the right color.
I
and,
feel pretty. Oh,
Yeah.
so pretty.
And they release new armor and stuff. I'd be like, I want my Guardian to look pretty cool. But I don't know. What am I going to do?
That's your money.
Yeah. That game didn't cost me anything other than that.
Okay,
Elder
last
Scrolls, not
oh.
too crazy with Elder Scrolls. I'm laid back in that. I did buy a few mounts, but that's about it.
Well, but if you're subscribing to ESO, you get those crowns. There's nothing to fucking spend them on.
Yeah.
So it's like you end up buying that type of shit because it's like it's all that stuff's in the crown store. You're getting crowns every month.
I recreated a new character, so I dumped a lot of money into crowns into riding lessons so I can go faster because I'm so goddamn slow. And then 50% XP. So
yeah, it's like those crowns though. They kind of just sit there. They don't really have enough enticing things for if you're a subscriber
no.
to use the crowns for.
They have the houses and stuff like that, but I have no interest in the house and MMO. No reason to mess with that. I don't care at all.
Which is interesting because you're interested in making yourself look pretty, but not your home.
I'm homeless. Even the characters say they get so annoyed, the NPCs, because they want you to buy the house. So they have the NPCs programmed to say, "You're homeless? How can you not have a home? Don't you want to go to your home?"
And the homes in ESO are so pointless.
My God.
And
Happy Gilmore's an NPC?
You can't even store shit there.
You're too good for your home.
Now you can. Now you can.
Oh, you can now?
Yeah, but I don't need it. The NPCs, they program it so if you didn't complete the quest and get the starter home, they're all shocked because some people sell blueprints for furniture or furniture you can buy for your house, whatever. I'm like, I don't care. I'm never going to care, no matter what you guys say to me. If I could stab these guys, I would.
Morrowind's IKEA. All right. Last little bit. This is going to be kind of a topic that we talk about a little bit off a basis of a little bit of news. Well, kind of analysis, not exactly even news. Today, the website GameRant.com talked about Cohen analyst Doug Kreutz claims that Rockstar will never see another game as big as GTA 5. Talking about how big a hit it is. That's going to be, they're never going to touch that type of phenomenon again. With Red Dead coming out this fall, guys, and GTA 6 they've already talked about they're in development for. What do you guys think? You think you think GTA 5 is the peak? Is this Rockstar's peak and everything else is kind of downhill from here?
I don't. Red Dead, as popular as Red Dead is, it's not GTA. So I can see what they're saying against Red Dead. I think GTA is a way more popular series than Red Dead. I know people love it. I know there are a lot of people that love it, but I don't think it has the same pull as GTA. GTA gets pressed right along because it's always gotten pressed because you can just go out around the city and, pop people in the back of the head and everything else. So I don't know about, GTA 6, but when you think about the amount of money and shark cards that they've made on this game for how many ever years, we talked about it before when I looked it up or whatever, how long the game has been out.
Since 2013.
Yeah, that's a long cycle. I mean, that's a 5-year cycle.
Which is not unusual for Rockstar. They take a long time for their games.
I don't remember it taking 5 years in between these games before.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, but they didn't have the perpetual moneymaker that was GTA Online either. So there's been a little bit, it's not like there's been, GTA and a couple of DLCs and then nothing. This has been something they've been adding to over and over, for the past few years, especially since the next gen came out, since this current generation came out, the Xbox One S and the PS4. This article here at Game Rant says that it's the most profitable entertainment product of all time. It's sold over 90 million units, and it's amassed $6 billion. I mean, that's like a hell of a lot more than Dr. Evil ever asked for.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it also crossed 2 generations. It was ported over from Xbox One or 360 and the PS3, brought over to the PC, to the PC.
Well, they had a lot in sales. They had a lot of double dipping of people when the console switched generations.
Right, because if you were going to continue with online, with online, they had a lot of double dipping there. But I think the big thing is that online experience. I mean, that's what did it as far as making it the phenomenon it was. All that online content, all those shard cards, all that stuff that you can buy just, to progress faster has, amassed the vast majority of that $6 billion.
It's made more money than any movie ever. Anything. Book, game, it's insane, but I don't think the cycle. I don't know. I know Rockstar takes a while, but I don't know if you could say that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to have a 5. Well, if you go Grand Theft to Grand Theft, like 7 years, probably before the next Grand Theft Auto.
Probably, yeah, 2020,
2020 maybe. If that, if not 2021.
We haven't seen a Grand Theft Auto on this designed for this console yet, which is astonishing. I mean, like at this point, they should have one out designed fully for the Xbox One.
And we're not going to see it until about the tail end of this generation.
Yeah. So we may not even see one this generation. And that's amazing that you just, release a game and, have something do so well and not follow it up at any point with something with this generation's hardware, designed for just this generation's hardware.
But if they're still popping the sales and shark cards and they're not seeing a decline, why would you be rushing?
You don't,
because you can continue that cycle, and you're going to get people drop off. You create the new one, and I don't know. I mean, like why bother with Red Dead? Because that's not even going to come close. I mean, that'll sell well. The game will probably be phenomenal, but I can't imagine it being anywhere near.
It's a different avenue.
It's just
it's not over the top. It's not going to be over the top. Even the online's not going to be over the top like GTA Online was. And I think that was the big selling point there, is that GTA really went kind of balls to the wall with their online offering, just with insanity. I mean, all the the heists, the missions, the vehicles, all of it.
I mean, if you're Rockstar, if you're the owner of Rockstar, you're sitting there like, I'd be like, let's get 6 going. Come on, guys. Let's get this bitch out. Just make it bigger and better. And,
well, they're too busy counting their money right now. So. I love this line that Doug Kreutz said regarding, he said he was sure to say that Red Dead 2 is going to be a big hit for the company, but becoming another GTA 5 is not likely, which we've said here on this show as well. As he put it, quote, Michael Jackson had a lot of hit albums, but he had only one Thriller. So I think that's a really good comparison there. You have the GTA 5's been the magnum opus for Rockstar so far.
Well, yeah, but when you see, I'm tired. I want to go to bed, so I'm not going to keep stretching this shit out here. The show's over. Anyway, but when you think, remember GTA 4? Like when they recreated New York City, that was like, holy shit, that's it. And then they topped it. So why wouldn't they top it again at 6?
I don't know, man. Making $6 billion and selling 90 million copies is going to be hard to do.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, yeah, will it be as big a game or a bigger game as far as volume? Probably. But, I think the question here is, is it going to be the phenomenon that GTA 5 has been? And I don't know. I tend to agree here that, and I wasn't really in agreement at first, but the more I think about it, the more I kind of agree that I don't think we're going to see anything sell that well. I don't think 6 is going to sell that well. It's going to sell great. It's going to be a blockbuster, but $6 billion, and who knows how many billion it will rack up by 2020.
My only thought is, how long do they expect 5 to carry them with shark cards? I mean, how many more years I look at the friends list I have, and occasionally you'll see a person playing, and when they release content, maybe 2 or 3. But I don't see a ton of people on my list playing it at all. Like, is that going to continue? They're going to add like new races. Is that going to draw people back in, or some new deathmatch mode, or release a new car? How many people continue year after year to come back to it? Where 6, once they come out with that, obviously that's going to sell. I wonder if that would sell more than, well, I guess it can't, because we're not double dipping.
Yeah, you're not double dipping. Well,
That
depends when it
helped
comes
a
out on
lot.
the console. But
Well, yeah, if new consoles come out in 2021, they might be double dipping again. Maybe that's Rockstar's grand plan. Release at the end of the gen, and then Xbox 2 and PS5 come out.
It just hurts for the next Xbox to come out, or next console to come out, and you're dealing with inferior programming.
Of course, with the Xbox plan of everything being just a progression without having to ditch a console, maybe that hurts it. You're not going to have that, got to scrap this console, got to scrap the 360 for the Xbox One. I think the new progression, the new method to go now is going to be, Xbox One to Xbox One X type of progression.
Well, we can sum it up this way. They're rich.
Oh,
Yeah, they're rich as
loaded.
fuck. They can do whatever they want.
So it'll be interesting to see, when will we start hearing about, when do we hear about the next GTA? Do we start hearing this year? Do we hear next year at E3? What do we hear?
No, I don't even. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't hear it till like E3 2020.
Depends. I think they've always kind of seemed to have a 2-year lead time. Of course, usually that's a year of delays, but
Yeah.
so
they're gonna put out Red Dead,
yeah.
and they're not gonna want to steal away from that.
So doubtful this year. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the first teaser next year.
Maybe next year. Maybe.
That'd put us about the 2-year. Tease it for 2020, delay it to 2021.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they always got to delay it. Yeah.
There it is. All right, let's wrap up. I want to welcome all the new members of the clan. We just had another influx here the last couple days, especially coming off the weekend. The Google foo is working. Welcome. Enjoy. Fill your friends list.
Makes Lala happy, all these new people coming in, getting active in the community.
Spend 5 minutes to be active. Get to know some people. Invite people to games or hop in the parties.
Take the initiative.
Take advantage of it.
Jump in. Saw one guy was actually filling his friends list today based on posts. That was good to see. Next show recording will be on the 24th of April for the last show of the month. Our Facebook page, facebook.com/Grim Reaper Gamers. And for the first time in 3 shows, Jammer, hit me with the Twitter.
grgamers.com. Spell out the .dot.
And remember, any of your hate mail for our earlier comments on Firefly goes to Reapercast at grimreapergamers.com. None of us were terribly flattering towards it. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Jack and Jammer. Appreciate you guys being on the show. Always a lot of fun working with you guys, no matter how much hell I get. So, for Jack, for Jammer, this is Johnny Hustler saying stay safe, have a good next couple weeks, and never game alone.